All right, Coach, we're going to start off this press conference. If you could give us your thoughts and comments about the game.
Just want to open up and congratulate South Carolina on a really well-played game, and wish them nothing but the best as they head to Phoenix and compete for a national championship. I'm so proud of this team and this group. They took our program and our university on just another magical, special season. This one game will not define our season, but what this group has accomplished with 10 new players that came together and never played for TCU basketball in June, and 10 months later, we're a game away from the Final Four, and I just had an amazing journey together, and I could not be more proud sitting up here with these guys. But man, it's always it's hard when the journey ends.
Thank you very much. At this point, we'll introduce Donovan Hunter, Taylor Bigby, Olivia Miles, and Marta Suarez. If you could please, here's your chance to ask them questions right down here, front center. Please identify yourself by name and media outlet. Thank you.
Stephen Johnson, Fort Worth Star-Telegram. Question for Olivia and Marta. I know this wasn't the result you guys wanted tonight, but what will you just remember the most about this journey, this season you had in Fort Worth?
The people. I mean, it's just such a special place. You don't really understand until you're in it. But the people that I've got to meet, impact, and inspire, I will remember forever. And I hope that, they remember us forever as a little part of their lives as well. But just a special place. I'm so grateful I had the opportunity. I just want to thank Coach Mark for taking a chance on me. And I feel like we did a lot of special things this year, and I'm just grateful to have done it with the people around me.
Yeah, of course, me too. It's been definitely a very special season. I think I've grown a lot, and I'm very grateful about that. And if anything, I've also learned about more areas of growth, so that's cool. But yeah, of course, just felt so much love in this city. I'm talking about Fort Worth and in this community and in that place, and for it to happen in such a short time, it's just it's just amazing. So very grateful about that.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Right here, right up front, center.
Olivia, Charlotte Gibson from ESPN. We all watched you go down in the third, and I'm just curious, how are you physically feeling? Because it looked like they were working on both of your legs, so whatever you're comfortable sharing, how are you feeling? What was going on there?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for asking. I'm doing better now, obviously. No, I'm not playing, but just dealing with some cramping stuff that was just preventing my movement a little bit, but our athletic team did a great job trying to get me back out there, and got to play. It's an Elite Eight game, try to get to the Final Four. I just want to help my team as best I can, so I just tried to play through it.
Question in the center, then we'll go right here. Tony, right next to you.
Donovan, you guys had struggled, towards the end of that third quarter, in the beginning of the fourth quarter, and you didn't score until like 5:55 at the mark of the fourth quarter. What was South Carolina doing, to prevent you guys, from scoring?
I mean, at the end of the day, they're a great team. They've been together. They are fluid with each other. They know each other's strengths and where they are on the floor. So I think they just gained momentum. They were getting O boards. They were able to push in transition. And I think at the end of the day, they found their momentum. It's the game of basketball. Those happen. We continue to fight, which is most important. But again, they're a great basketball team. So it's unfortunately what happened.
Question front left.
Melissa Trebwasser, Frogs Insider. Taylor and Donovan, can you just talk about the growth of this team? You guys both experienced playing in Elite Eight last year, had another opportunity. Donovan got one more shot to go for it. Just and how this program has continued to stair step and grow.
I think it just speaks to the coaches and the way they invest in us and the work we put in. But I'm super proud of this group in particular.
we faced a lot of adversity, and when a lot of teams could have quit or could have crumbled, they could have, and we didn't. So I'm just super proud of them, and it's not easy to make it this far, and of course the feeling sucks right now, but I'm still proud of my team. I wouldn't want it any other way.
I think piggybacking off, it's the exact same. I think at the end of the day, we can only control what we can, and like she said, losing sucks. It's unfortunate, but there's so much to be proud of, and to have so many new girls come onto our team and us be two returners and, you know, have all these new teammates and trust our coaches with who they're bringing in and the culture that they're going to develop. It's a really hard thing. You know, he makes it look easy, but it is really hard. And we did have moments of adversity, and it only made us stronger, and I think that's what I'm most proud of. It's human nature. You hit adversity and you start to crumble, and none of us did that. So I think at the end of the day, wins, losses, that's what I'm most proud of.
Question back right.
Ramsey Barker, Sacktown Sports 1140. Olivia, speak to what it means to play with previous talent that you had at Notre Dame, like a Hannah Hidalgo and others, and to now be at TCU with Marta and the rest of your teammates up there, and just what that means to transition from one team to another and to impart yourself on both teams.
Yeah, I just try to be me on both teams. I don't really think about it as who I was playing with and who I'm playing with now. Just grateful to be on a team playing basketball, period. Obviously, transferring is always an adjustment, especially when I was at a place for as long as I was. But Coach Mark and his staff and the girls on this team have allowed me to be me and to just learn the system. And I remember Coach Mark and I talking before the season. He's like, it's going to take you like 10 or so games to get used to the system, and we're going to ride with you. And once you get there, you're going to be flying from there. And that's exactly what I did. And his trust and his faith in me from the jump is, I think, what propelled me to have such confidence this year.
Question back left.
Olivia, was there any, Mark Haynes, Sacramento Observer, was there any surprise to how South Carolina guarded you?
No. No, I knew it was going to be physical. They're very long. They had multiple defenders on me. You know, Raven started on me, and then Makir played a lot on me for the rest of the game. But no, I'm used to it. I understand the territory, and obviously both teams are competitive and want to win, so I expected a physical and tough matchup.
Mike Trask from the Davis Enterprise. Coach Mark, you have some Sacramento roots being here at Sac State, so can you just talk about your trip back here and how that felt coming back to Sacramento?
It's been just an awesome week, mainly getting to see the people that were at Sac State when me and our coaching staff was there. So just that part of getting to spend time, and they're obviously working this whole Elite Eight bracket. So that part's been amazing. And then my family's been able to see friends and relationships that were established here. We've been able to go some local food shops and coffee shops. So it's been really, really special. It's been a full circle moment. I absolutely loved my time at Sac State, primarily because of the people. And then just getting to bring our team back here and be on this stage at the Golden One. Obviously, we used to play the Causeway Classic here against our rival, UC Davis. So just all of it has just been a really special week. It really has.
We can open it up to questions. Needless to say, for both coach and student athletes, we'll go right here, front center.
Question for Mark. We talked a lot about this week about closing the gap. You know how the game went last year, but it was a game in the fourth quarter. Can you take that as a sign of progress?
Yeah. Again, you're not comparing one year to the next in any way, shape, or form. I think that model's out the window. Last year's group had a great battle against Texas. I think I would compare progress if I got to have that group back and you get that group for a second year. It doesn't work that way. You know, we got 10 players that are brand new, that have never played together, never played for our staff. And you got to get that group to come together and try and make another run. And so if you're asking about progress, I would say what this team has accomplished is magical, special. They won 32 games. They were Big 12 champions. They're a game away from the Final Four. I would say the progress is elite, as well as anybody in the country. Again, I could be off on this, but I think there's 5 teams in America that have won 30 games in the last 2 years, and 4 of them are in the Final Four, and I think the other 5th team is TCU. So I think the progress that has been made at TCU, I think 4 years ago they were 1-17 in the Big 12. 3 years ago they were holding open tryouts with players from the rec center. So I would say it's been incredible what this team has accomplished. I thought it was incredible what last year's team accomplished.
Question center, front, right side.
Jack Church for Hoop Stats. Mark, just what was going so well defensively in keeping South Carolina in check in the first half that kind of got away from you down the stretch, especially in the fourth quarter?
You guys, I don't think anything, I wouldn't use the word got away. Your margin for error against South Carolina, UConn, Texas, UCLA is almost 0. Our kids fought and battled. It was an 8-point game heading into the fourth quarter. And with these level, the South Carolinas of the world, a bad shot, a turnover, a missed block out, it just escalates rapidly. I think we called timeout, and there was 3 minutes into the fourth quarter, and it went from 8 to 20, like that. And so, again, it's you're playing a 40-minute game with a tiny margin for error. We didn't change anything schematically. This group fought for 40 minutes, and I think the biggest issue, 22 offensive rebounds against a team like them. You can't give them that many opportunities at second shots. I think that's the biggest takeaway from not being able to be in the fight, heading down the home stretch of the game.
Not seeing any more questions. We'll go ahead and excuse all of you back to the locker room. Again, the locker room is open for another 15 minutes. Coach, congratulations on a fantastic season. Student athletes as well.
Thanks, you guys. Stingers up. Go Frogs.